stolen away out of the land of the Hebrews. And
hey sister, you need help? Right. You need help over there, sister? I promise you ain't gonna. I promise he ain't gonna touch you around us. I'll bet my last dollar on that. Right. If you need anything, sister, we got you. You come over here, you stand with us. You good? Right. You good, sister? Hey man, back up off her.
Fuck y'all.
Back up off her, man. Back up off her, man. Back up off her, man. Hey. Back up off her.
Front line. We can't look behind. We got one life. Gotta work minds. Paul earned stripes. Gotta do our best. Turn to another leaf. Get a new test. Breastplate vest. Bible words crest. Weak in the flesh, but I'm still doing raps.
Boxing with these demons feel like Tank. You can feel the zeal.
We got angels and they higher rank. Michael give you chills.
Scriptures get fulfilled. Angels got the call. They pop the seal.
I spy with my little eye. These waters, nations get it spilled.
Star fall from the heaven. Nuclear fire. Heathens getting killed.
Garments bloody, coming like Michael Myers. This is not a drill. Walk by faith and not by sight. I put this past man behind. We on front line. We can't look behind. We got one life. Gotta work minds. Paul earned stripes. Gotta do our best.
Israelites, brother. Right. The Israelites, brother, because this is a covenant given through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to his family. Right. It told us in Genesis that through you will the families of the earth be blessed. And we're all from different said families. You got, right, you from tribe of Levi. You're a Haitian. Right, you from the tribe of Levi. Right, a lot of brothers is Judites. You got some brothers may not know it, but they some Gadites. Right, we got some Simeonites around. You see what I'm saying? But these are different families, but all come from the same progenitor and the same father. Give me Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18. Bring us out, Acts 22.
The book of Acts, chapter 22 and verse 2. Bring it out. And when they heard that he spake in the Hebrew tongue.
What language they speaking?
In the Hebrew tongue.
In the Hebrew tongue, brother. Right, our native language is what? What language?
You talking about native in
America? Like the native language of the progenitors of this Bible. What's their native language? Hebrew. Right? So wouldn't Hebrews have Hebrew names? You see what I'm saying? So right now we speaking English because that's what people understand. Right. But Hebrews are gonna have Hebrew customs, Hebrew names. They're gonna speak the Hebrew language, right? And they're gonna go back to the land of the Hebrews. Give me Genesis 40 and 15, right? No, you had a precept for me. You give me Genesis 40 and 15. Bring out that other precept. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18. Bring it out! And they assembled all the congregations together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees. Now, you ever heard of a cheating dog? Right, his pedigree, his father was a champion, his father's father was a champion, his father's father's father. That means he come from a royal, mighty lineage. That's right. Now it said they declared their pedigrees how? After their families, by what? By the house of their father. By what? By the house of their father. So how do we know what families people come from?
By their last names. By the last names, yeah.
Read that again. Okay. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers. By the house of their fathers. So being an Israelite is not just something you just wake up and do. Right. This is a bloodline lineage coming all the way back to your father. Right. And as we were scattered and we were dispersed and all of these different things happened to us, right? Only a certain people has went through every one of these things the Bible talked about. Now you got other people, they want to wear the jersey, right? But they don't want to go through the pain that it costs to obtain that jersey. Right. You see what I'm saying? So our father's lineage, our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities. Right? So we wonder why we at the bottom, why we eating the dung, why we in the sewage, right? Because our fathers have sinned against God. Right. So if we want to change that tide, brother, what we gonna do? Follow his commandments. We got to, brother. Right. We got to.
That's right.
Be his friend if we do whatever they commanded us. The Lord commanded us to keep his commandments. Times in the Bible it say, keep my commandments.
That's right.
Everywhere throughout the Bible, right? And then what a lot of people want to teach now, and what a lot of people want to teach now they want to teach grace, grace, grace forever, right? And I'm gonna show you something real quick. What you got? Read that.
The book of Genesis, chapter 40 and verse 14. For indeed I was stolen away out of the land of the Hebrews. And
hey sister, you need help? You need help over there, sister? I promise you ain't gonna. I promise he ain't gonna touch you around us. I bet my last dollar on that. Right. If you need anything, sister, we got you. You come over here, you stand with us. You good?
Right.
You good, sister? Hey man, back up off her. Back up off her, man. Back up off her, man. Back up off her, man. Hey. Back up off her. Back up off her. Sister, just stay right here. You good. You good. You good. I promise you he ain't gonna come over here. Hey brothers. Defense mechanism, man.
Come on, y'all. We good.
Right? You stay right there. You good. Right? Safe distance. Safety distance. Right? Now, at the end of the day, we gonna protect our family.
That's right.
Right? We gonna protect ours, man. Right? And we're not gonna let nobody come and attack our sister and put her in danger, man. It's not going down like that. Because we gotta keep the laws down. Who gonna defend us but us?
Right.
Who gonna defend us but us, man?
Right.
We can't let somebody come and tread on our people, man. Right? We gotta rebuke our neighbor, man. Bring up precept.
the book of Psalms, chapter 94 and verse 16.
Yeah.
Who will rise up for me against the evildoer?
Read it again.
Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
Chill out. He ain't gonna do that.
Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
Right? And we gonna stand up against the workers of iniquity, man. Right? Ain't nobody gonna be in danger while we around, man. Right? We men of the Lord. We keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. Right? Give me Psalms chapter 34 and verse 7, man. Give me Psalms chapter 34 and verse 7. Quick on the sword, man. Right?
That's the book of Psalms.
Bring it up.
That's the book of Psalms, chapter 34 and verse 7. Bring it up.
And it reads,
The angel of the Lord encamped round about them.
what the Lord say?
The angel of the Lord encampeth round about
How
them.
we gonna defend our sister?
The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them.
Angels of the Lord encamp around the men of the Lord.
That's
man.
right.
Ain't nothing they gonna do to be able to run down and tread down the men of the Most High God.
Right.
Read.
That fear him and deliver them.
And what?
That deliver them.
And what?
And deliver them.
And deliver us, man. And no, we ain't worried about no weapons formed against us shall prosper, man.
Right.
No weapons, man. Let me get Philippians chapter 4 verse 13, man. Right? Read it out.
The book of Philippians, chapter 4.
Bring this up.
It's the book of Philippians.
Right? All praises to the Most High God, man. Because at the end of the day, somebody got to stand up for the Most High God, man, against the evildoers, man. And that's what we sign up for in this truth. We have to stand up against evil at all times of the night in different situations, man. Read.
The book of Daniel, chapter 3 and verse 28. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, Blessed be the God of Shadrach,
What the Lord say?
Blessed be the God of Shadrach.
Meshach, and Abednego.
Right? We blessed be the God of Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, man. They're Hebrew names. Read.
Who have sent his angel
Who did what?
Who has sent his angel.
and delivered his servants that trusted in him.
What you gonna do to the ones that serve the Most High God?
And delivered his servants that trusted in
The
him.
Most High God gonna deliver his servants, man. Right? No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Man, these wicked, base men will never tread over the men of the Most High God, man. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 54 and verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee.
What the Lord say?
No weapon that is formed against thee.
What the Lord say?
No weapon that is formed against thee.
Read again.
No weapon that is formed against thee.
Shall prosper.
So what?
Shall prosper.
So what?
Shall prosper.
We not worried about no phone calls. We not worried about no tough guy behavior. Man, if that brother cross the line, it's gonna go down out here, man. We ain't scared.
And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn.
Thou shalt what?
Thou shalt condemn.
What we gonna do?
Thou shalt condemn.
This is the heritage of the servants of Jehovah.
Right?
And their righteousness is of me, saith Jehovah.
Right, and the righteousness is of the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And that's the one who's gonna defend us, man. Right, and that's what you gotta do. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, let me get Philippians chapter 1 and verse 17, man. Let me get 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 4. Right?
Philippians chapter 1 and verse 17.
Bring it out!
But the other of love, knowing that I am set for the defense of the gospel. What the Lord say? For I am set for the defense of the gospel. Read it again. For I am set for the defense of the gospel.
Defense of the gospel, man. Not just talking in lip service, man. That's not the only thing we got. Read it.
The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 4. But in all things, approving ourselves as the ministers of Yahweh.
As the what?
As the ministers of Yahweh.
In much patience.
In what?
In much patience.
We gotta be patient, Akim. These scriptures tell us exactly what we need to do. We're gonna be patient. Because guess what? The Lord ain't gonna let them touch us, man.
Right.
The Lord ain't gonna let us do nothing, man.
Right.
Be wise. Keep your eyes open. Right? Scan from left to right. Right? Keep your head on a swivel. But at the end of the day, the Lord is our shepherd, man. He's gonna protect us from the evildoers. Read.
In afflictions, in necessities, in distresses.
And what?
And distress.
Even in stressful situations, the Most High God is there with you. Right? Hey, brothers, y'all got a minute for the words of the Most High God? Right, y'all got a couple
brothers
minutes?
gotta unite, man.
What's going on, brother? What's your name?
Eric.
Eric, it's nice to meet you, brother. Right, we got Eric and Quez. Eric and Quez, man. So let me ask you something. What is the origin of your family history on your father's side? Not sure. Well, what about your direct father? Where's he from?
He's from Georgia.
All praise to the Most High. So he's from Georgia, right? So the reason I asked that question, let me get Numbers 1 to 18 again. I'm gonna show him why I asked that question, so we have a quick understanding, right?
Numbers.
If we can, let me just get a brother next to Yemekhiah Babakashah. All right, bring it up.
The book of Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
How they do it?
By the house of their fathers.
That's why we asked this question, right? Because if a dog has a champion pedigree, then his father and his father was mighty champions, right? So, and this is declared by the house of our fathers. As we was going in with this brother, which we're going to bring it back, we just had to, for a minute, defend our gospel, right? But what we had to do is know that our pedigree and our lineage actually means something. All right, let me get Acts chapter 7 and verse 8 again, whoever got that first. And whoever don't get that, let me get James chapter 1 and verse 1. And then after that, let me get Revelation chapter 21 and verse 12. Bring it up.
The book of Acts chapter 7 and verse number 8. And he gave him the covenant of circumcision. And so Abraham begat Isaac and circumcised him the 8th day. And Isaac begat Jacob. And Jacob begat the 12 patriarchs.
He begot who?
The 12
patriarchs.
12 patriarchs of the children of Israel, right? So this is a covenant that was given to the Most High God gave Abraham, which was given to Isaac and then Jacob thereon, right? So this contract that God made with particular people is the reason why we have this Bible today, right? So the Bible is actually going into a contract made with a specific people. Right? Let me get Matthew chapter 19 verse 28 again. Let me get Acts chapter 13 and verse 22 again. Bring this out.
This is the book of Revelation chapter 21 and verse 12.
Let me ask you a question, brother. You believe in heaven? How many gates is it?
Good question.
I don't know, one pearly gate.
One pearly gate. Now let's see what the Bible say, right?
Gates of hell too.
You hear this? How many gates in heaven, brother? We're going to show you. I just wanted to gauge brother's knowledge, right? And we're going to go ahead and show you straight out the Bible. This is the book of Revelation chapter 21 and verse what?
12. And had a wall great and high.
Go back to verse 10 so he know what we talking about.
Verse 10.
This ain't hell, brother.
Verse 10. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain and shewed me the great city, the holy Jerusalem. The what?
The holy Jerusalem.
The kingdom of heaven, right? Jump down to verse 12.
Verse 12. And had a wall great and high. And it had 12 gates. How many gates? And it had 12 gates. And at the gates, 12 angels. How many angels? 12 angels.
12 gates, 12 angels.
Read. And names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
The 12 tribes of the children of Israel written on these gates with 12 angels and 12 gates blocking the gate. Are those gates letting you in if you're not in one of them tribes?
I doubt it.
It's not happening, brother. It's not happening. Now, why are they teaching this one pearly gate? with Peter at the gate, he got the key. Why are they teaching that
Good question.
when the Bible says contrary? All right, let me get Matthew chapter 19, verse 20.
The book of St. Matthew, chapter 19, and verse 28. And Jesus said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration.
Which have what?
Which have followed me in the regeneration.
What's gonna happen?
When the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory.
Right?
Ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones.
How many thrones?
12 thrones.
Doing what?
Judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right, judging the 12 tribes of Israel, right? Because this promise, God's not gonna break his promise. Right? Let me get
I gotta run, no fun, but I appreciate it.
can we get one more?
All
I
praise.
just want to show you what you got to do, brother. Because you're an Israelite, more than likely, right?
That's right.
Let me get the book of Revelation chapter 14, verse 12. I just want the brother to know how to get the kingdom of heaven. That's it. That's fair.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah.
Can I get this brother a flyer real quick? The brother Harkin. It was mighty through the spirit, right? Bring it up.
The book of Revelation, chapter 14 and verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus.
Right, so what we got to do is keep the commandments of God and have faith in Hamashiach and Hawasai, the son of the Most High God. That is his Hebrew name, but the world calls him Jesus, right? Right, so Hebrews have Hebrew names, so we use the Hebrew name. Right. All praise to the Most High. What's your name again? Derek. It's nice to meet you, brother. I'm Ayad. Check into that flyer, man. All praise to the Most High, man. Lord willing. Let me get the book of Revelation chapter 22, verse 14. Yahweh Shai. Let's go into that.
How you pronounce that?
Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, right? Bring this up.
The book of Revelation, chapter 22 and verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments.
That what?
They that do his commandments.
Right? That they may have rights to the tree of life.
That they may have right to the tree of life. We have to do the commandments of the Most High God to have right to the tree of life, right? Hey, so let me bring this out right here. Right? So, you see this right here? This is the Tetragrammaton. This is the Lashawan Kodash. This is the Paleo-Hebrew, right? And so we're going to break this down for you. Just a couple words, right? Just a little bit. Let me get Acts 22 and 2. Let me get Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21, right? What you got? Bring it up. It's the book of St. Matthew, chapter 1 and verse 21.
And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh Shai.
What's she gonna call his name?
Yahweh Shai.
What's the definition? Read. For he shall save his people.
Now, that's a definition. In Hebrew, everyone's name
That's the
means
name
something.
of Jesus, right?
Right, that's his name. It would say Jesus, and that would be the transliteration, right? But names don't translate. If your name was Quez in China, what's your name? Still Quez. We don't change your name based on the language, right? And then read that last part.
For he shall save his people.
He shall save his people, right? Yahweh Shai in Hebrew means he is salvation.
Right.
So not only they said, and you shall bring forth a son, and you shall call his name, they gave him his name and the definition. Now, if you look up Jesus, Jesus does not mean he saves in Latin or Greek, where that name derived from, right? And it also wouldn't transliterate to Jesus, right? It would transliterate to Joshua, which means he saves, right? So that is a miscalculation, but they did that on purpose. Just like in the Old Testament, did you know in the Old Testament, everywhere you see capital L-O-R-D, this was there originally. This is called the Tetragrammaton. And this is the, right, where it says capital L-O-R-D, this is what was actually there. It's called the Tetragrammaton. This is in Hebrew.
And that's like order?
And it now reads from right to left. So yes, in that exact order. So if you was to go look at the ancient text, you would see this where it says L-O-R-D, right? Bring it up.
All right, this is on Google AI overview. Tetragrammaton is the four-letter Hebrew name of God.
All right, so let's see. Right, the four-letter Hebrew name of God, right? So some may break it down as different things, right? But in this language, as you can see, we don't have any E's, we don't have any O's, we don't have any U's. Now you see this O-looking character, that's an I, but this is actually not a vowel in this language. So this name here, the name of the Most High God, let me get Psalms, let me get Isaiah 12 and 2. Bring it up.
All right, so this is Google AI overview for Yahweh. Yahweh is a variant pronunciation of the Hebrew name of God, YHWH, known as the tetragrammaton.
So in English, this will be YHWH. But in Hebrew, it goes from right to left, not left to right like English. So his name would actually be Yahweh. Can you say that? Yahweh. All praises to the Most High God, man. Right? Huh? Isaiah 12 and 2. Bring it up.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 12 and verse 2. Behold, Yahweh is my salvation. What the Lord say?
Yahweh is my salvation.
I will trust and not be afraid.
So the Most High God, his name is Yahweh. He is our salvation. We're not going to be afraid, or we're not going to trust. Hey, the Most High God is with us, man. Right? Against all the evildoers out here, man. Right? So the Most High God's name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. Right? If you can receive it. That makes sense? So now you got to go look up. This is called the Lashawan Kodash. Right? And this is called the Lashawan Kodash, but in English, it would be the Holy Tongue. Right? Let me get Acts 22 and 2.
All right, this is the book of Acts, chapter 22 and verse 2. And when they heard that he spake in the Hebrew tongue,
In the what?
In the Hebrew tongue,
to them they kept them more silent.
How the Greek.
they kept them more silent.
How the Latin.
They kept them more silent.
What language did they make them shut up and listen? Hebrew.
Right.
Right? The Lashawan Kodash. Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah Bahashim. Kodash. Right?
They even put that in that movie, The Mummy.
You see what I'm saying? So now we have to understand through the Spirit. Let me actually get that in Acts chapter 5, verse 29. Right? We're gonna break something down for you real quick. So we know the Most High God's name. We know his son's name. Right? We know what tribe are you from? Levi, right? And you are a Levite from the nation of in the Bible, biblically. The nation of who this Bible written to?
Israelites.
Israelites.
That's right.
So you are an Israelite from the tribe of Levi. Now let's show you somebody that can relate with you. Let me get whoever don't got a precept, let me get Romans chapter 11 verse 1. What you got? Hold on. Let me get Romans 11 and 1.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 1.
Bring it up.
It reads, I say then, have God cast away his people?
Have what?
Has God cast away his people?
Who is God's people? The Israelites, right? So Paul, the apostle to the Gentiles, is saying God has not cast away his people. But the world is teaching God done with the Israelites. Right. That's not biblical. Read.
God forbid. What the Lord say? God forbid. For I also, for what?
For I also
am an Israelite.
So Paul said, I'm an Israelite. He didn't say I'm a Christian.
Right.
He said I'm an Israelite.
Right.
Read.
From the tribe, I'm also an Israelite. Of the seed of Abraham. Right. From the tribe of Benjamin.
Of the seed of Abraham and of the tribe of Benjamin, right? He just ran off his pedigree. Yeah, I'm from Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Benjamin. On down, right? He just ran off his pedigree.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? An Israelite gonna pick that up. Oh, yeah, he from, they Benjamin. Yeah, they might. Yeah, okay. Right, read.
The book of Acts, chapter 5 and verse 29.
Read it out.
Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
What the Lord say?
We ought to obey God rather than men.
The God of our fathers raised up Yahweh Shai, whom ye slew and hanged on the tree.
Right.
Him,
Now this is the apostles in Acts in the New Testament. Read.
him have God exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel. To Israel.
Everybody.
To Israel.
What's repentance and salvation for according to the Bible?
That's right.
It's that simple. Right? I'm going to show you something else too. We just read Romans 11. Go back to Romans 11 for me. We're going to break it down for the brother, and we want him to go do research, right? Because we don't do the false prophet thing. Actually, go back to Acts chapter 5. Give me verse 38.
Acts chapter 5 and verse 38. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught.
So if we teaching false doctrine, we're not gonna have no fruits. Nobody coming into the truth. Nobody gonna keep the commandments. It's not a million people calling themselves Israelites and finding out they're the true children of the Bible. And it's not the great awakening that the Bible speaks about in the last days, right before Yahweh Shai comes back to George this earth. If this be of men, it's gonna be overthrown, brother. But if it be, but can you read it?
But if it be of God,
But if it be of what?
But if it be of God,
they cannot overthrow it.
They can't overthrow
that's
it.
right.
Because we read, thus saith the Most High God. These are his words, not ours. Right? We just try to use them to the best of our ability. Right? And this is them wanting to kill the apostles. You know why they wanted to kill the apostles right here, brother?
Good question.
Right? Because of what they just told them earlier. Right? This, right? These are the men of the Most High God. Refrain yourself from these men. Right? Jump. Okay.
Lest happily ye be found even to fight against God, and to him they agreed.
Right, so when that person came up, more than likely an Edomite came up, he was about to have to fight God. He was about to have to see the men of God, his angels.
Boy, that's right.
It wasn't going to go well for him. But as you see, we didn't aggress. We didn't aggress. But when it comes time to defend our people, we have to, right? Because when you come against the men of the Lord, you're coming against the Most High himself. Because he has set up to protect these men.
That's right.
We all have an appointed day to perish, or whether we not perish, but it will be of the Most High God when our number is called, not of men. Right? Jump back to verse. We done with that? Keep reading.
And when they had called the apostles and beaten them,
And what?
And beating them.
they commanded that they should not speak in the name of Yahushua, and let them go.
Right, so they said, hey,
That's
stop
crazy.
teaching Yahushua, stop teaching the Lord's name, and y'all good. Y'all good, as long as y'all don't teach the Lord's name. So we gonna be the enemy of the whole earth, teaching the true Bible, thus saith the Most High God, going back into the Hebrew and verifying what they done gave us and not just taking it, and going precept upon precept, like it told us in Isaiah 28, and confirming everything we believe and studying to show ourselves approved, like the Most High God taught us to.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This is dangerous. This is dangerous, right? Come back to verse 36.
Verse 36.
Get out.
For before these days rose up Theodas, boasting.
Theodeus, right? Like what's going on with Theodeus? Read about Theodeus.
Boasting himself to be somebody.
Right, so you got a lot of these pastors and these teachers, they boast themselves to be Philip Anthony Mitchell. He boasts himself. I went to Jordan River. I met the ethnic Jews. Right? Boasting himself to be somebody. Read what happened.
To whom a number of them is like, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves.
So he had followers. He had a follower. He said, I'm that guy. Follow me. The Lord anointed me. Read.
Who was slain.
It was what?
He was slain.
And all as many as obeyed him were scattered and brought to naught.
He caused everybody that followed him to be what? Killed. Murdered. Hey, man. Let me get Theodeus, man. Let me get Theodeus and AI overview. We gonna get the real account on what happened to that brother. It's in Josephus.
I'm saying,
You saved, sister. Christ hasn't come back to save you, so how you get saved?
That's right.
She don't know the answer because the church didn't teach her the right answer. Right. The Bible said, he that endureth to the end will be saved. She hasn't endured nothing.
Right.
Sister hasn't endured nothing, but she's saved already. When Christ saved you.
Come on now.
Let me get Matthew 24:13, right? You're not saved. That's a false doctrine. The Bible don't say that. And she can't defend the gospel, nor will we make her do it.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 13.
Bring it out. And it reads, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So in order to be saved, people watching, you gotta endure to the end. Nobody is saved, sanctified, and holy except you're not. That's just something they tell you in church to get you to spend more money. Right? Read this.
All right, so this is Google AI overview on Theodas, right? Or Theodeus. It says, according to historian Josephus, was executed after leading a revolt around 44 through 46 AD. He claimed to be a prophet.
What?
He claimed to be a prophet.
Claimed to be a prophet, gathered 400 men up with him, and said, look, I'm about to go part the Jordan River. Y'all come with me. The Most High gave me the Spirit. I got it. I know the answer. Don't listen to them Hebrew Israelites. I got the answer. Read.
And promised to lead his followers across the Jordan River by parting the water.
So he was about to do one of the greatest miracles in the body and part another sea. Right? But the Most High God didn't send him. Read.
Josephus recounts that Roman authorities under procurator Cuspius Vatus quickly suppressed the
Quickly suppressed
the revolt, killing many followers and beheading Theodotus in Jerusalem.
When they caught him up, they wrangled him up, killed all his followers, and then they sliced his head off, man. They beheaded him, man, and hung his head in the air.
Took his head off his shoulder.
This is what happens when you're a false prophet. So all of these false prophets, oh, I'm saved already. Salvation not for the Israelites. What are you talking about? It's for everybody, right? Let me get John chapter 4, verse 22. You know, we make our own doctrine, right? A lot of people don't know this, brother, but they've had counsel after counsel after counsel to decide what people believe. Right? Matter of fact, we're gonna go into another one for him real quick. Hold that. Let me give me the Nicolaitans. Give me the Nicolaitans. Give me Revelation chapter 2 and verse 18. We're gonna get it real quick. Cause we ain't got nothing but time. Sister, you got a minute for the word? You said what about the Most High? No, he'll rebuke a demon, man. Right? Now I'm gonna show you something, right? Read this.
The book of Revelation chapter 2 and verse 15. So has thou also them that hold the doctrine of Nicolaitans, which let me start over. So has thou also them that hold the doctrine of Nicolaitans, which thing I hate.
This is Christ speaking. This is in red letters. It said they hold the doctrine of the Nicolaitans, which I hate. So Christ hates what? The doctrine of the Nicolaitans. Read what the doctrine of the Nicolaitans is.
This is Google AI overview Nicolaitans. The Nicolaitans were a group in the early Christian church who were condemned for their heretical teachings and practices, particularly those involving sexual immorality, eating food sacrificed to idols,
Celebrating Thanksgiving, Christmas, right? These false holidays that the Most High God did not set up. Sacrificing, eating food sacrificed to these false gods. Read.
and antinomianism. All right, so beliefs and practices, sexual immorality.
Right, so I can go freak off with whoever I want and I'm saved. Right, keep reading.
Eating food offered to idols.
Right, so I can go party with the wicked people. I could be in the club, in the strip club, eating hot wings at Magic City. Right, read.
Antinomianism.
Read that part.
The Nicolaitans held the Nicolaitans held to a belief that Christians were not obligated to obey God's moral laws.
What do they teach now? You don't got to keep the law.
Right.
The Nicolaitans taught that you don't have to keep God's law.
Cut.
But Christ said, what about the Nicolaitans? Read that again.
The doctrine of the Nicolaitans. So has thou also them that hold the doctrine of the Nicolaitans, which thing I hate.
So Christ, God's son, hates this doctrine.
Right.
That I don't got to keep the law. Now, what do they teach nowadays? They don't got to keep the law. So doesn't Christ hate them? You see what I'm saying, brother? Right? And then they come against us. They attack us. But didn't God say, love not the world, neither them that are in the world? If any man love the world, then the love of the Father is not in him. Right. If you're paraphrasing, that's what God said in the Bible.
Right.
So the real followers of God will be what? But how would the world treat them? They hate them. Don't the world hate Israelites? The real followers of God will be hated. Give me Antipas. Give me Antipas, right? Real quick. Let me show you something too, brother. Right? Because what they don't know is we can get to this history real deep. Right? But most people, they don't even know nothing but John 3:16. We could cut that up all day long. Right? Hold on. Antipas. I might be saying his name.
You got it right.
Antipas. That's what's that? Revelation 2?
Yeah, that's the Revelation. You want Wikipedia's source?
Yeah, I want how he died. That's what I want. Antipas, man. Right? me show you what they did to the saints of the Most High God. Let me get the book of Ephesians. Let me get the beginning of the book Ephesians. Ephesians 1. Right? Let me show you something. Read out.
All right, so this is Wikipedia, Antipas of Pergamum. All right?
Right, so he was the leader of the church of Pergamum, right? Read.
According to Christian tradition, John the Apostle ordained Antipas as bishop of Pergamum during the reign of Roman Emperor Nero. The traditional accounts go on to say Antipas was martyred.
He was what?
He was martyred.
He was killed. Read.
During the reign of Nero, 54 through 68 AD, or Domitian by burning in a brazen bull.
So they put him in a bronze brazen bull and they set it on fire for teaching the word of God. They not true prophets. They like Theodeists, right? They like Theodeists, man. They put him in a brazen bull and burnt it up, man, for teaching the words of the Most High God. John the Revelator got exiled to the Isle of Patmos, which was in the what was that? Mediterranean Sea. He was exiled, man. They got him up out of there, right? Then they set up Timotheus over the church that he was over, right? So they had to keep this ministry going through turmoil and through hell, right? And a lot was going on at this time, man, right? So this doctrine nowadays of everybody loving so-called Christians, which they didn't call themselves Christians, they called themselves what? Israelites, brother. Right? Now I'm gonna show you something. Let me get that map and let's show him where Antioch at. Let me get the book of Acts chapter 11 verse 26. Let me get the book of Acts chapter 13 and verse 1. And we gonna break this thing down, man. Right? I might have one in this Bible right here. Right? Brothers say he like to go deep into it, man. He not just believing brothers. We gonna give him something to study though, man. Right? Look at this right here. Look at that. You see that city right there? It's called Antioch, right? Now look where it's at. This is Jerusalem right here. Antioch is just north of Jerusalem. You see what I'm saying? Now look at this. Read Acts 11 and 26.
This is Acts chapter 11 and verse 26. And when he had found him, he brought him unto Antioch. And it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves with the church and taught much people.
And what?
And taught much people. And the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch.
Read that again.
And the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch.
Other people called them Christians, followers of Christ, because that's what they did, right? In Antioch, right? Now go to Acts 13 and 1.
This is Acts chapter 13 and verse 1. Now there were in a church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas and Simeon that was called nigger.
What they call the prophets?
Nigger.
Right, they called them nigger, man. In Antioch, the same place where they was called Christians, because the apostles were black men. It's that simple, right? And that's why they did the iconoclasm. That was actually a council that they did in about 1000 AD, between, I want to say about 800 AD. They had a council where it used to be illegal for them to use pictures because we don't believe in graven images, right? It was illegal, right? They made it legal and then they painted them all white people. That wasn't our custom to paint pictures of this. That wasn't our custom. That wasn't a thing that we did, right? Because people would worship the pictures. You see what I'm saying? It's called iconoclasm, right? Bring out your precept.
All right, so we read in Acts 13 that Barnabas and Simeon was called nigger, right? So we're finna read what tribe Barnabas was from. It's the book of Acts, chapter 4, verse 36. And Joseph, who by the apostles was surnamed Barnabas, which is, being interpreted, the son of consolation, a Levite.
Right. From your tribe. Right. And they called him nigger, which means black.
Right. They said Niger back in the day.
Hold on, let's get the Blue Letter Bible.
Walking up and wrong.
I was trying to support, but
Wait, come back.
That's what happens. That's what happens.
With the side turns,
Con.
that wasn't necessary. We could have just got the Blue Letter Bible and we could have educated the brother.
Bro, come back, bro.
Right, there's no need for all of that.
Come.
We ain't gonna jock right now. That was enough, brother.
Right.
All right, so this is this word in the Greek. We want to show you how it's spelled, brother. this is what the brother was talking about who just walked out, right? So this is the verse the brother read to in Acts 13, nigger. And he said that man is but we can hear it in Greek.
35:26. Nigger.
So he was actually wrong, right? It's nigger, like we said, right? And the pronunciation doesn't matter. Did you see the definition?
Yeah.
What does it mean? Show him again. He missed the definition. It's that simple, brother. It's that simple. Right? And he was from your tribe.
Yeah.
Proving that they wasn't white people. This wasn't white people. This is something that they added in so that they can control us and our people and our belief system, right? Because they at this time, let's go into that. Let me get 2 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 27. Right, hold this. Let me get 2 Maccabees chapter 6.
Alright, this is the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 27.
Get out.
Gather those together that are scattered from us. Deliver them that serve among the heathen. Look upon them that are despised and abhorred, and let the heathen know that thou art our God. Punish him that oppress us, and with pride do us wrong.
Right, so remember he said them that are dispersed amongst the heathen. Now we got to know, how did we get dispersed amongst the heathen? What happened? What went on, right? So we have to break this down. We have to go into this history, because somebody could walk up and say, y'all lying, y'all making it up. Y'all trying to take somebody's identity. But there's no way, we're not into that. Read.
Plant thy people again in thy holy place as Moses has spoken.
Right, so we had to be replanted in the holy place, because at this time we wasn't in the holy place. Right, bring this out in 2 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 1.
This is 2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 1.
Bring it up.
Not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their To depart from the laws of their fathers.
Right, so they trying to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their fathers, right? So this is them trying to strip us of our identity. Read.
And not to live after the laws of God, and to pollute also the temple in Jerusalem, and to call it the temple of Jupiter Olympus.
They renamed our temple to the temple of Jupiter Olympus, a false god, right? This is the Greeks, they white people, right? They had Olympus, Poseidon, Artemis, Zeus, right? They had their own gods. When did our God become their God? When did this happen? Did y'all believe in it? Y'all believe in these false gods, right? Let me get the temple. I'll take it, precept. You got your phone? So look, now this is the thing. I'm gonna show you something. If you ever heard of the 7 wonders of the world, search up the 7 wonders of the world. We finna show you something, brother. Right? I still want something in 2 Maccabees 6 though. I need that first to come full circle for the brother real quick. Yeah, I want 6 and then I want 9 and 10.
Book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 6 and verse 6.
Now remember, Jupiter Olympus, whose god was that? The Greeks. That's a Greek god. Zeus, Artemis, those are Greek gods. Now, so this is the Greek captivity, right? Now, keep reading.
2 Maccabees, chapter 6 and verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
So they made it illegal for us to call ourselves Jews. Just like we here in America, right? And we don't know our lineage. What do we call ourselves in America? Americans, because we didn't know. If we didn't know, we like you said, I'm an American, right? In the Greek captivity, it would have been called what? Greeks. This is how Jews became called Greeks. Read Galatians 3:28. Read.
Verse 9. And whoso would not conform themselves to the manners of the Gentiles,
So if they wouldn't become a Greek, what happens?
should be put to death.
So what?
Should be put to death.
So if they didn't call themselves a Greek, drop our customs, they will be killed on sight. And you say you keeping the Sabbath, we're about to kill you. You wearing fringes, we're about to kill you. You said you call yourself a Hebrew, we're about to kill you, right? Bring this out.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 3, verse 28. There is neither Jew nor Greek.
There is what?
There is neither
Jew nor Greek.
Now these people have been scattered off, separated from their people, taking in heathen customs, and they have become heathen. So they had to be grafted back into this covenant in order to be taught the proper way of the Most High God and the original ways of our people. This is why there's neither Jew nor Greek, because Christ made no separate and no difference between those of the circumcision and those of the uncircumcision, because now they had been uncircumcised. They had not been keeping our custom. Remember, the covenant of circumcision circumcised the 8th day, right? We went over in Acts chapter 7 and verse 8. And this video will also be online if you want to go over it again and do your own research as well, right? So the covenant of circumcision, so they're not circumcised. Now you had the Pharisees like, oh, y'all need to get circumcised. Well, at the end of the day, Christ had to come back and redeem them back into this covenant. You see what I'm saying? So that was Christ's mission, to come and die, be the lamb, to die for our sins, to bring us back into the original covenant that we already had. Right, now let me get Romans chapter 9 and verse 4 and bring your piece of it.
It's the book of St. John, chapter 11, and verse. St. John, chapter 11. St. John, chapter 11, and verse 50. Nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not. And this spake he not of himself, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Yahushua should die for that nation, and not for that nation only, but that also he should gather together in one the children of God that were scattered abroad.
That were scattered abroad, the children of God. Israel's the children of God that were scattered abroad. We were scattered.
Chosen.